Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today it is time for another Throwback Thursday video because we are already in November. I can't believe it. It's just crazy to me. So if you haven't seen my Throwback Thursday videos before, these are a Shop My Stash style video where I pick 5 products every month to focus on a little bit more. If you didn't see last month's, I will link that one up above for you so you can check it out. First, we're going to talk about the products from last month, how I did with them, if I'm going to roll any over, and then what products I'm going to add in for the month of November. All right, so the first one is the one that I am going to roll over. I'm only going to roll over one product. So this is the Stila Shimmer and Glow. So it's different than their Glitter and Glow. It's more of like a liquid metallic kind of shadow as opposed to like glittery. This is the shade Pigalle. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'll link it down below, of course. It's a beautiful shade. Let me swatch some of these things for you. It's a beautiful, like, plummy cranberry shade, and it's perfect for the fall. So that was why I added it in. I mean, look how stunning that is. But it is a bold shade. That's really the only reason that I don't use it all the time. But I absolutely love it. And I did wear it. I just feel like I can get more use out of it. And it just is the most perfect fall, even going into winter shade, but I just feel like I'd love to get a little more use out of it in the month of November. It could even be like a Thanksgiving Day type of product to use. It's just absolutely stunning. You can wear it on its own or put something on top of it. It's so beautiful. These are pricey, but they're so good if you can get your hands on any of these. Sometimes they have little sets and things like that too, but I just think that I can do a little bit better with this one. I want to use it more, so I'm going to keep it in next month. The next one is an eyeshadow palette, and this is the Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. It looks like this. Absolutely beautiful. You can see that from when I swatched it last month, but I did use it even though it like looks like I didn't because I swatched it. I think that I did really, really well with this palette. I used it a lot. I talked about in my last month's Throwback Thursday that I'm going to add in all of my Juvia's Place palettes because I feel like they don't get as much attention. And part of that is just because they don't fit where my other eyeshadow palettes are because of their larger and odd sizes. You know, most of my palettes are kind of thinner that way, and so they fit in this one spot, and these just don't go. So then I forget to use them, and I wanted to get more use out of them. This one is a great one for the fall, and I got a lot of great use out of it. I really feel good about the amount of times that I used this palette. You know, there were times that I was kind of thinking like, what am I going to use? What am I going to use? And I started to pull out one palette, and then I thought, oh, you know what? I can totally get the same type of look from this palette, so I'm going to use this one instead. So I felt really good about that. I also did a palette bingo. I will link that one up above for you. And that was really fun. And I talked about in that video that maybe that would be a fun thing to do with whatever eyeshadows or palettes I put in. Well, it'd have to be palettes, I guess. If I were to put a palette into my Throwback Thursday, that might be a fun way to use it. And that could just be like a fun monthly thing to do with whatever palette I'm using. And so let me know if you'd like to see something like that. But I had a lot of fun doing it. It was something different and it challenged me, which was really nice. And it gave me another bit of use out of this palette. So I enjoyed using it. I will certainly continue to use it, obviously, but I'm going to add in a different one for the next month. The next thing from last month is a blush, and it is from Kat Von D. So the biggest reasons why I added this in last month, I'm just going to touch upon this briefly in case you didn't see last month's. First of all, this blush you can't even get anymore. I think what I mentioned is that I could be wrong, but I think she, you know, when she made all of her products vegan, I think maybe these blushes weren't, and so she discontinued them. This one is so beautiful though. It's a great formula and a really pretty shade. I really, really do enjoy this blush. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that I've had this in my collection for a while. And the other reason is that I'm not supporting Kat Von D right now. If you want to know why, you can Google it. I'm a mom, I have a toddler, so hopefully that fills you in a little bit more. But you know, I have her products, and so I'm certainly not going to get rid of the products that I own. I'm just not going to buy anything from her from the future, and I'm trying not to really feature her on my channel much. But I might in this series just because I'm trying to use products in my collection, and this is something that I don't really want to, I mean, you can't get this anymore, but if you could, I wouldn't really want to link to it because I don't want to like really support her. So anyway, that's why I put it in, but I do love it and I used it a lot, so I feel really good about that. Then I have a lipstick. This is from MAC. It's in the shade Peachstock. It's a really nice one. It's just getting kind of old. The smell is changing a little bit. It's not like off, so it's not like I can't use it, but it's definitely getting older. And it's a really, you know, good peachy nude. It's pretty light for me, so I definitely need to either pair it with a liner or with a lip gloss, but I still feel like I can use it a lot. I just hadn't been reaching for it enough, and it's gonna go bad if I don't. So I do feel like I did a really good job with this one though, and I used it a lot, so I feel good about that. And then the last one from last month is this Bobbi Brown lip gloss in the shade Bare Sparkle. It's beautiful. It's a really, really pretty lip gloss. I don't know if you'll really be able to see it. I'll try to like kind of glop it on there. It's just like a sheer shimmery kind of lip gloss. It's really pretty though. It's just not my favorite lip gloss formula, but it's a very pretty color. So I definitely got a lot more use out of it, and I feel really good about that. So let's talk about the products that I'm going to add in for the next month, for November. So of course I talked about the Stila shadow that I'm gonna add in, but I'm also gonna add in a couple more eyeshadow things, which might be too much, but that's what I'm gonna do. So the first one is this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. This is absolutely beautiful. Just with a lot of my single eyeshadows, they get forgotten, but this one is so beautiful. It's like, it's definitely my all-time favorite L'Oreal, you know, eyeshadow. You can see it there. But it's also one of my favorite single eyeshadows in general. It's just stunning, and it needs a little bit more love, so I'm adding it in for this month. And then the Juvia's Place palette that I'm gonna add in for this month is the Saharan. And I feel like this is another good one for the fall, so that's why I thought that I would add this one in now. It's absolutely beautiful. It just doesn't get as much attention as some of my other ones, and I feel like I can do a good job with this one if I add it in. And so yeah, let me know if you want me to do a palette bingo with this one. That could be really fun. So that's the next product. 2 more items. So I'm going to add in a highlighter. This is a little mini size, which I love when you can get little mini sizes of products, especially like highlighters, because you're certainly not going to go through them that quickly. So this is from BECCA. This is in the shade Vanilla Quartz, and I didn't really plan on getting this. I saw that they had a mini size, but then I swatched it like the big size, and it was so beautiful. I just had to get it. It's like a whitish gold with like a pink shift, I guess. It's so pretty. I don't even think you can get the full effect of it. It's really beautiful, but it just doesn't, because it's mini, it gets forgotten, it sits in a different place than a lot of my other highlighters, you know, blah, 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 that whole thing. That's why it gets forgotten, and I wanted to add it in so that I remember to use it because it's so pretty. BECCA highlighters are just amazing. And the last product is sort of a 2-in-1 because it's 2 lipsticks, but it's in one thing. So it's from Bite, and I think it's really their old formula and whatnot, because yeah, the Luminous Cream lipsticks, they used to have these little duos, these like minis that you could get, and I thought that was so cool because you get 2 shades. So this one is the shade Lychee, and they're both like nudes. So this one looks like this, really pretty. They're really good lipsticks. I mean, even their new ones are so nice. And then this one is in the shade Musk. And I think this one's darker maybe, or they're just different. Maybe they're just different tones. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit darker. But this one's like a little bit more like mauvey than this one. But they're so pretty. They're easy to wear. It just, again, it's a mini, so it kind of gets forgotten in my lipsticks and overlooked. So I wanted to add it in so that I could use it a little bit more. All right, everyone, so that is it for this month's Throwback Thursday video. Let me know what you think about the products that I added in. And again, let me know if you want to see any of these products in a video, if you want to see that Juvia's Place palette in a palette bingo. I'd love to hear what you think. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. I post videos every single Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.